What's up, guys? Episode 14, and guess who's back?
Y'all know I can't leave too long. Let me tell you something. You can't keep a good woman down. How y'all doing out there? Thank you for your prayers, positivity, all of your good vibes and positive energy my way. I really appreciate it. Everything went well, thank God, with my son's operation. It was successful. He is recovering well. Begging every 5 minutes for stuff on a video game and telling me what to cook every 5 minutes. So if you know me personally, things right back to where it used to be. He's recovering. He's strong. He's 3 inches taller. He got some good news. So, we winning. We winning over here, friend. Fighting, but we winning.
So we finally got her back.
Y'all missed me,
Not
didn't you?
sure who was able to catch episode 13 of me and JoJo, but I got a lot of good feedback on that one. So now we are back to normally. What is it? Normalcy? No, not never normalcy.
Never. Not
Normalcy, never. A regular
routine?
No. Regular.
How you the encyclopedia and you don't know words? Like, what's wrong with you? You been taking your
regular scheduled
vitamins?
program.
About to say, you been taking your vitamins, friend?
Yes, I did.
And I just want to say, y'all, let me tell you something. I was watching the clips of the episode. My nephew, he did a big one for his auntie. You know what I'm saying? That's what family is about. We sit there and we conquer and we never divide. And he did me so well. I'm just about to tell Connie to go somewhere and sit down and let him come over here. He did a big one for me. And you know what? Shout out to family, because I feel like people are so hooked on who you're blood related. That's family. Let me tell you something. Family who shows up consistently, constantly, with no intention or with no hidden agendas. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like with everything that I've went through the past couple of weeks and still going through, I am just so grateful for the family that I created. You know what I mean? And I think that's what makes it so special, because of the fact that, you ever heard the phrase, you could choose your friends, but you can't choose your family? That's a whole lie. And the truth ain't in that. And I'm going to just say that. But how you doing, friend? How's everything? Your curls is curling today on this 80-something degree weather.
On this 80-degree weather. I'm blessed. My air condition was fixed at work. Because if you came in last week and saw us, we all looked like we were melting. And I finally got somebody to come out, fix that, repaired our refrigerators. So I'm winning this week. My son's car is getting fixed.
Whoop, whoop.
We're making this week. We're winning this week.
Yeah, we creating this week.
We on top this week.
Right. Can't stop, won't stop.
I took Tyra out on Friday night. Shout out to room 990.
Let me tell you something. I had a wonderful time.
I had to get her out because she's getting cabin fever.
Yeah, for real. Like, one thing. Let me tell you something. You get mixed up. Look, she was nice and got me a mango refresher. So I'm feeling a little, you know what I mean? Because I slapped the wig on it and drew some eyebrows. I'm feeling myself just a tad bit. But I had a good time. And you don't have, people think because of the actual place or you have to be placed. I feel like when you're in the right company, you'll be anywhere and you have a good time.
We had a good time.
Sure did. Look, did.
I worked from 4:30 in the morning, and then I worked all day, went home, showered, and then we was out. And I probably got home 3:30.
Yeah.
So I was up almost a whole 24 hours.
24 hours.
But you know what?
She made it.
I made it. I went back to work the next day like nothing.
And she looked like she was about to doze off about 2 or 3 times, but we ain't going to talk about that. But,
yeah, I was starting to yawn.
I was like, you look.
It was like 2 in the morning, like the tiredness was starting to hit me, but I survived.
And it's so amazing that you brought that up, because I was just thinking about, like, what could we discuss? And it basically intertwines with what I was going to talk about. Okay. How, we went out on Saturday night. Friday night. Sorry. Yeah. My son's birthday, my oldest turned 16.
Shout out to Jordan.
Yes. I do look like his sister. Thank God for that. If y'all don't say it, I will. But, we went out on Friday and we haven't gone there in a while. You know what I mean? Wild. And it's like a setting which I love. One, of course, because my niece is there and she's a good time. two, it is so amazing because you could literally text and order food, and the food will be delivered right at your table.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Mira be popping.
Oh my God. And let me tell you something, that fish be popping. You hear me? That's shrimp, not shrimp, that's shrimp.
Our bill got paid.
Our bill got paid, and that's what I was getting to.
We got free shots,
you know,
from the owner, and then our bill got paid.
And you know what was so amazing is the fact that what I was about to talk about, we were there, we haven't been there for a while, and like, you know, you get to know faces and familiar faces and people or whatever. And somebody that we were like cool with just from knowing them there, they were so happy to see the both of us. You know what I mean? And I'm like, wow. And that made me think about like the topic that we could discuss. Let me put my mic up a little bit. Because let me tell you something. This is going to be a close-up. I'm telling you, this is going to be a real. You could buy, you could manipulate, you could try to front, you could sit there and try to big yourself up. But let me tell you something, nothing could beat your presence being a present. Ain't that right, friend?
That is right.
Let me tell you something, and that is something that I used to feel like that was nothing. Like that, oh, I got a funny personality and stuff. You don't know the impact of your spirit, your presence, your energy until you're somewhere and you're literally embraced. Like, where have you been? You know, I get the same thing at ShopRite and stuff like that at Family Dollar. Mind your business. But it's just like, right. But it's just like, you know, you can't buy good energy. You cannot buy personality. You can't. Let me tell you something. Some things can't be bought. Some things can't be taught. But they simply caught, friend. And I thank God for that. We like nets, friend. You know, and the thing is, your energy is everything. And it's like people be so glad to see you, to embrace you because of the fact that they know you're a good laugh, you're a good time, and you just a good energy to be around.
Yeah, definitely. I think the best compliment anyone has ever given me, and I get it. I used to get it a lot more than lately because I'm stressed out now. But
the devil is a lie. We ain't claiming that.
The best compliment I used to get was, "I love your energy." Because
that's priceless, friend.
The thing is, like, we all have trials, we all have tribulations, we all be going through stuff, and we all have weight on our shoulders, and we all have, you know, things, those days where you just don't want to even deal. But you have to like remain not even humbled. You have to remain not jaded, because like it's so easy to become bitter and disgruntled and to
frustrated
and to put that energy on other people.
Absolutely.
And that is like the worst thing that you could do. And I'm guilty of that. There are times that I just don't want to deal with people, and then like I'll get nasty back, or I'll have.
I could just tell her face what day we having.
Yeah, like I'll have an attitude back with you, but I don't like that me. Like I don't like that version,
because that's not you. That's
like
just
I really
a
don't
part
like
of you.
the version of me that gets nasty or says things that are out of character. Like I don't like that version of me. So that is why like I try and make sure I keep certain people in my circle. And certain people not. Because if you're bringing that out of me, there's a problem.
Absolutely. And that's what I was going to say. It's not that you're that type of person, but sometimes circumstances and people, and I could speak for myself, they will bring a side out of you that you thought you were healed.
Yeah.
Nah, I guess, you know, that little tyrant be in a coma and she wakes back up because you don't realize until you're triggered. But the thing is, the most rewarding and the refreshing thing for me is the fact that you could not only be a good energy or, you know, be a good time or, you know, just you have a good presence and all of that, but to have somebody that's reciprocal. So like, you know, you literally, people don't realize you feed off of others' energy.
For sure.
So whoever you're around, that's how you feel. You literally, especially if you're sensitive, you feel and you pick that up. And it was like, you know, Friday, I went out and, you know, we had a good laugh. We were joking. We were just, you know what I mean? And that meant everything, because not the fact that, oh, you know, you're a pretty girl or this and that. No, people, let me tell you, looks fade, money fade, materialistic things depreciate, but a good character, baby, that lives eternal.
And you know what? Lately, it's definitely hard to find.
What?
Because everybody is so, and I think like, we touched on this last week about, you know, people don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
And like to try and like people are so self-consumed with changing the outside of you, like what you look like, your
Right.
outer. But it's like take all of that work and to try and like fix the inner. Make that inner you pretty, because that inner,
Right.
that pretty inner you definitely comes out of you. You don't have to be the best looking person ever.
But you look better if you
when
act
that
better.
inner pretty, like when that inner you is pretty, that literally glows from you.
Absolutely. And I believe you look better when you act better.
Because there are people who are so fixated with fixing their outer world that they forget your inner world needs a lot of work.
Right.
And like I said, trust me, my mouth
Jesus.
is not a joke when I'm mad. But it's like once I feel disrespected, it brings out something in me that my mouth gets
It's
ugly.
bigger than you, friend.
It is. And I always tell her, I'm going to just shut my mouth.
It don't work.
It don't work.
But you know what?
It doesn't
No,
work.
I'm not going to say.
I try.
No, I'm not going to say it doesn't work. You have gotten better, and that's the thing. I feel like you have one hiccup, and you harp on it and make you feel like a horrible person.
No, it's because I don't want to be that person.
And I'm like this. Like, I remember when I was younger, and I used to do stuff, and my mother used to tell me, like, Tyra, don't do that, or give me advice. And, you know, you think you know everything at a certain age.
Yeah,
and then I used to come back telling her stuff. And then I would tell her, like, this and this happened. You know what she used to say with a straight face? Good for you. So when she tells me she go off and stuff like that, I be like, look, good for them. Because you know her enough. It's like she's not going to bother you unless you bother her. So, unless she having an off day. But you know what? We ignore her. We just keep going. Like, I be like, look, whatever. Like, I see her face. I'm like, I ain't paying her no mind. And I'll be talking to her like nothing.
But that's what I think definitely, like, I think our energy is so important.
Absolutely.
And I definitely.
And you have to check yourself.
You got to check yourself. And you got to, like, literally ask. And, like, I have been doing this more and more lately because I find myself triggered in certain situations. And then I'm just like, what is this showing me? Like, what is this? What is this trying to remind me of? Or what is this showing me that I still need to work on
What
myself?
area? Or where's
Like,
the root of it?
Where is the root of this? Like, where is it coming from? And then it's like certain things like will pop in my head about like childhood or even just certain situations. And I'll be like, okay. So then I have to literally self-talk myself like, listen,
Yeah.
you're not her no more. Like, you're not her anymore. Whatever insecurity
she had, you no longer have.
this is not who you are anymore.
And that's the hardest thing.
Because this is who you are now. You're, you know, you're successful. You're a good mom. You have great kids. You have a good family. You have a good support system. Like, you are now all of these things. You're not those things anymore that you thought you were or created or someone told you were. Like, you're not that person.
Okay,
like,
can you name those things that you said you are?
The good ones?
Yeah, what you just said.
Like the good things?
The thing, what you just said.
Like I'm a good person. Like,
okay, you're what?
I'm successful. I'm a good mom. I have good kids. I have a good support system. I have good friends. I have good family. Like, I have good things. And
she forgot one thing though.
Which one?
She got a big butt. Like, she don't never say that, but she got a big butt.
Oh,
like, that's something that, like,
don't.
They see. Look, they see it from the
up.
seat. This ain't no secret. They see it from the seat.
Don't.
But I say all of that to
up.
say no. But I say all of that to say, and I wanted her to repeat it. Y'all stop laughing at me in the back. Y'all listen. You know I got to make up for lost time. I say all of that to say everything that she said is absolutely valid. And the thing is, you know, you're very intelligent, and people know that, of course, hearing you speak. But the level of intelligence and the level of your vocabulary, she'll be talking. I'd be like. Let me tell you something. My mother is from the South. That's number one. And then my father is from like Patterson, straight. You know what I'm saying? Street. So I'm like, she'll say a word and I'll be like, English. And then she'll give me the definition. And I'm like, why you didn't say the basic word?
I hear that from my child.
Yeah.
They'll be like, why couldn't you just say that word? Because,
look,
you know
pissing
what?
us off.
Words are our strength. Like, you got to know words.
Whatever. As long as I can spell them, even though if I can't pronounce them.
I am smart, but sometimes I forget that I'm smart. And I fold into certain situations and I forget that.
Let me tell you
Not
something.
that I forget that I'm smart, because I know I'm smart because I made it really pretty far with things stacked up against me. But sometimes I forget who I am.
Absolutely, because
You
you're
know?
human.
You're
But let me
human.
tell you something. I'm gonna just set the record straight, because she said something that it didn't sit well in my spirit just now, y'all. It didn't sit well in my spirit. We in a safe space. We got to be honest. Let me tell y'all something. Look, this is gonna be real number 2. The only time you gonna see Constantina or Tyra fold in this new season, y'all gotta catch us on laundry day.
What?
Period. Cause we ain't folding. We
'Cause
not
we
bending.
We're going to just be renting space free in people's heads.
That sound about nice. Look, baby. Boom. Pow. But and like I said, I didn't realize the value of your presence. Let me tell you, I had to after Justin's surgery, I had to stay in the hospital for a couple of days and stuff like that. And it was, look, shout out to Bae, because let me tell you something. Bae brought me some wings, y'all. She brought me my fries.
Let me tell you something. I was up from 4 a.m.
Let me tell you something. This is what you call dedication.
I left work at 10.
A spouse.
I went to Walgreens. I got her candy. I bought her wings.
And I was getting sick because my sinus
I've got her
tripping
medicine.
up.
I brought her wings, her fries with gravy. I got her medicine. I got her candy.
And I forgot the biggest thing, though, friend.
Her RC with the extra ice.
And she had that wrapped up in
Went
aluminum
to the
foil.
hospital. Almost crackhead tried talking to me. Then there was a guy peeing on the truck in front of me, but we didn't let that deter us from going into that building.
You know, New York
went
state
into
of
the
mind.
building. Then they tried to tell me I couldn't go upstairs because I wasn't sleeping there. I said,
let me tell you, they called me talking about your son's aunt is here and she's trying. I said, y'all better let her upstairs. And I ain't had no. Let me tell you something. It was struggle university. Let me tell you, sis felt like I had to take a shower in there. It felt like it was jail. I never been to jail, but I know that's probably what jail felt like. I just didn't care about myself because it wasn't about me. It was about my son.
Right.
And seeing him in those different stages and vulnerability, it's like I was saying, to Connie, that some images of him I will never forget. You know what I mean? And I didn't realize what I was made of until that circumstance hit. You know what I mean? Like having that long surgery
which is why I try and remind her on a daily, because she be beating herself up lately.
Yeah, I was crying my heart out this morning,
me.
y'all. Look, we family, right? I was crying my heart out.
You have gotten through so many things, but yet you're still sitting here doubting yourself.
Yeah, because you are your worst critic. Look, back to my story, friend. So, he had his surgery and stuff like that. And they didn't allow me to see him. They rushed him right up to ICU and he had to be intubated. And I saw him in that state. And let me tell you something. I don't know if you guys ever felt that way, but you ever felt so helpless to the fact that you literally felt something like breaking in you, but you were so broken, like you felt the depth of the pain, but you couldn't cry, you couldn't express it. It was you just so like I literally turned cold when I saw him like that. And he was in ICU, and the nurses, shout out to New York Presbyterian Hospital, because they were amazing. And from my son's spine before and after, it's like miraculous. And I became friends with the nurses. I talk to anybody and everybody. And it was to the point where when we were leaving, the ICU nurse was like, I can't believe, Justin's progress and stuff like that. And then the nurses were saying bye to him, because yes, I did play the Rocky song while he was going out, because that was his request before his surgery. And I did it, executed it for him. And the nurse was like, oh my God, I was going upstairs and they were talking about how nice you were and how funny and how cool. Let me tell you something. People always complain, and because you work with the community and stuff, people are so quick to complain, but they don't never realize the other side of the coin, the pressure And I was talking to one of the nurses, and I was saying, like, you know, the reason why I'm so polite and stuff like that, because at the end of the day, you're a human being. You have a life outside of this job. I don't know how you're feeling. I don't know what you're going through.
You don't know what you're coming
and this is
to.
right. And this is a
yeah.
high pressure job. So my thing is, if I could sit there and be kind to make your shift a little bit easier, you're going to want to accommodate me even more and more happily because of the fact that you don't have to dread going to the room. Because I've seen patients be rude, but I also seen healthcare workers be rude. But I feel like it's a level of respect, you know, and I learned so much in that journey. I learned so much about myself and how much I could, you know, handle in moments like that of sensitivity. But I do have my moments. And the thing is, you know, I used to think that my personality, like, oh, that's nothing, you know, everybody act like that, or everybody is something, like, I'm not smart, I'm not pretty. Well, I always said I was smart, you know, let's fix that. But it was just other insecurities that kind of drowned that plus of me.
Well, I think okay, as humans, I think we're programmed to see the negative versus the positive.
Yeah, excuse me, I gotta take a piece of this
I think we're programmed to see the negative versus the positive. The thing is,
I'm gonna do better, y'all. I'm gonna do better.
If we just took that same thing that we're looking at and like saw the positives in it, or flipped around, like we're so like, and I find myself seriously at fault with this. I'll sit and talk about everything I don't want. Like, I don't want this person to do this. I don't want you to do this. I don't. But like,
this is good.
Instead of focusing and talking on what we don't want, like, we need to start talking about what we do want.
That's true.
Cause like, think about it. We're giving
that's the hard
so
thing
much
for me.
Energy to what we don't want to show up in our life. We're literally birthing it and creating it and allowing it to like surface, because we're giving it life. We're literally, and I am so,
no, it's true,
so guilty of this. Like, I'll talk about things, whatever, and that I don't want to happen. I talk them up so much that they happen, and then I'm just like, damn.
Because the mind is a powerful thing.
And
whatever
it's
you
like,
think, you speak.
We're crazy powerful. Yeah, we're crazy powerful.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna test her, y'all. She talking about something we always talk about what we don't want. Well, I'm gonna talk about what I do want. I want you to cook one of those recipes I send you on Instagram. That's what I do want. We can start slow.
We can start
light, right? A want is a want.
Jesus.
So yeah, I be sending her stuff. I said, I'm sick of her. If I'm sending you stuff and it has ingredients, that means, hey, can you cook that for me? Y'all know I live in ShopRite. No problem. She'll just go over past it. Then I send her something stupid or sarcastic. She'll heart that. Am I lying?
She sends me these random
it be seafood
menus.
Like crab meat and stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she'll make that rip. She'll skip over and I'll send her something sarcastic. She'll heart that scene. Like, excuse you. You thought I was going to bring that up. I was sitting on that for a while.
Jesus.
But yeah, I feel like, you know, one of my things that I need to work on is the simple fact that, like you said, I do not see myself where I should. And then it's like,
no, I think we just have this tendency to put our happiness in other people's hands.
Absolutely. No, but you said something real good the other day, friend. What you say about the pouring? Let me tell you something. I felt that in my spirit. I was about to shout.
I said you can't keep pouring into something or someone or whatever.
Come on, friend.
That has a hole in, like, there's a hole in the cup.
No, you can't say it. You got to say it the way you said it on the phone.
I don't remember.
You can't keep pouring into people and pouring into things that has a hole in it.
That has a hole in it, because it's just going to keep coming out.
It ain't going to come back.
And
ain't going to fill you up.
And that's the problem. It's like we put our happiness so much in other people's hands. And like, we keep pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring into other people, but their damn cup has a hole in it.
That's true.
And in the meantime, as I'm pouring into you or into a situation, not even a person, just a situation,
right.
You keep pouring into it, but that situation's got a hole in it. Now we're depleting ourselves.
No, you all the way dehydrated.
You're like,
not
now
depleted.
we're depleted, and now you're just
you got to be
pouring
hooked up to a line or something.
and that cup got a hole in it. So now nobody's full. So you have to kind of just stop putting your happiness in other people's hands and figure out what makes you happy, who makes you happy, what makes you happy, and doing what, and what's the version of you that you want to be. And like wake up that morning and figure, okay, this is the version of me that I want to be, and what is that going to take for me? What do I have to do? A, B, C, and D. Even if you can only do A or even half a A, you're winning.
So is that an A minus? A half a A? Is that an A minus?
You know, like you're gonna have to like
heard it here first.
Take, you know, figure out what you want your life to look like.
Can you put your right? Thank you. Gotta help out.
You have to figure out what you want your life to look like,
right,
and what you have to do in order for it to look like. Because if we keep waiting for other people to, or situations or jobs or people or family or whatever.
For me, I don't think it's putting my happiness and other things in people. I think my struggle is, I don't think that happiness should be my happiness is a priority. And I have myself to blame for that.
Yeah, but think about it. If you're not happy, there's no way in hell anything or anyone is going to make you happy.
Yeah, I'd rather see other people happy.
If like happiness isn't coming from you, or you're not happy, like there's no possible way someone else is ever going to be able to make you happy.
So you're trying to say I don't make you happy, friend? Sick of her.
So I definitely think we need to start owning up to our own path, because we don't. And
the unknown is a fearful thing.
Yeah, like, and I'm speaking of this based off of my own experiences, my own thoughts, my own place where I am right now. Like, if I want to be this person, but I keep doing this from yesterday, I can't be this person today.
Because what's the definition of insanity, friend?
Right, doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting different results. The thing is, like, if I'm still staying here and I'm being this person, but I want to be this person, there's no way, there's no connect. So I have to figure out what I need to let go of or stop doing or whatever from yesterday, and do something different today. But that's a problem. Like, that is where the problem, like, we're not changing us for fear or whatever reason, but you can't be a different version if you're still holding on to the old version, and that's the problem.
I know that's right, friend.
That is where the problem
She
is.
should have been a professor at somebody's university.
Next, boom. That's going to be my next.
And I'm coming into class just to disrupt. Sorry for whoever paid the tuition, because I'm just going in there starting.
But it's like, that's the thing. Like, we're so focused on talking about what we don't want, what we're tired of.
Yeah. That's true.
Like,
it's true that you said that.
Like,
I never thought about it like that.
We don't speak on what we want. What we want our life to look
like.
I want
my hair done.
What we want more of.
That's what I want. I want my hair done. We can start small, friend.
And it's, okay, so what you doing about it?
Whining.
Like, what you doing about it?
Whining.
You're not blowing up people's phones? Because I be blowing up people's phones.
I ain't no stalker.
But that's what I'm saying. I think, like, we have to start changing, because, like I said, I think we are predisposed as humans to look at the negative of everything.
Absolutely. We're programmed to be that way.
We're programmed. And think about it. All the programming around us is usually fear-based.
Absolutely.
Fear-based, negative-based, control. Now, if we just flip that, and we put half as much energy into just seeing a different or a positive approach, things will definitely change. But we don't do that. Like, we'll wake up tomorrow. Okay, today your day beat your ass. Say the day beat your ass, right? Now tomorrow's a new day. We're waking up tomorrow talking about the same shit that beat our ass the day before.
Yeah, because we're living off the same residue from the day before or the week before, the month before.
So what is that going to change? Nothing. We're just literally opening the door for more bullshit to come into our life the next day.
It's true.
So a lot of it is an us thing.
No,
so, like,
majority
it's
of
real
it, friend.
easy to always blame other people.
No.
Shit, I love to do that.
No, but that's the thing. My problem is, even if other people are wrong, I literally always revert it back to me. And it's like, when does it become blame and accountability? Like, I blame myself. It goes past the accountability, and I start, like, literally beating myself up.
But yeah, like, I think we all do that at some point. Like
to a degree, we all do.
I'll literally be pissed off at myself.
Yeah, she be making me sick with
like
that.
I'll literally just be like, oh my God, I wish I didn't. But like, I did. I flipped out. My mouth went reckless. It is what it is. But we're still talking about yesterday's bullshit today. Why?
And it's a new day.
And I'm
friend.
guilty of this.
Like, it's a new day.
Yeah, like I'm guilty of this. Like
We all are.
I just woke up. God blessed me with waking me up today, opening my eyes and taking breath, right?
And she got 6 curls in her head.
And I got
Go
6
ahead.
curls. And I slept with my bonnet this way. It didn't mess up. Whew.
Say you got a black friend without saying you got a black friend.
I slept in them prior to you. But God blessed me. He woke me up this morning. My eyes opened. I could still see. I could still breathe.
You have
my
a roof over your head.
My heart is still pumping. Like I got a roof over my head. My kids are healthy. My mother's healthy. My
Right.
friend is healthy. Like I would say I'm winning.
Absolutely.
But I'm still looking at the shit that happened yesterday. Shame on me.
But you know what? I was saying this. Just because it may be a chapter in your life that's not going well doesn't mean the whole story is bad.
Right. But like shame on me. Like shame on me. Because like you should utilize today. Like look at this.
It's a new day, friend.
It's a new day. Why am I talking about what I didn't like that happened yesterday? Let me put energy into what I want to happen today.
You know what I want to happen? I want my girl Princess to get a headset. Could we make that happen? My girl Princess, she got something right in her chest. I want her to get a headset because sis know it already. You know, this is her life. She know all about it, the media stuff. Sis got something to say. Can we please make sis? Huh? Stop.
She a Taurus.
Okay, we got to get, listen, I got to get friends some cupcakes now. Thank you for letting me know. I'm going to House of Cupcakes in Clifton, and I'm going to get my friends some. You think I'm playing? Yes, I am.
So
P Money. That's P Money right there. That's P Money.
How we need to
Look at her. She know I'm
like
talking about her. That's my good sis.
this shit.
That's my good sis.
But that's it. That's what I'm feeling in my soul. Like
Yeah.
that is like literally I think I'm battling myself. Like
It's always
like
you
right
versus
now,
you.
it's like me versus me. Like I am battling myself in the sense of I want new, I want better, but I'm still hanging on to
The old.
the what ifs and the what if and the what if this don't work and what if this fails and what if and this failed at this point and when I did this didn't work.
And you literally talk yourself
Out of good
your
things.
blessings.
Yeah.
And that's what you like, you know, like you said, you know, your mouth is a powerful thing, you know, and the tongue is a powerful
It's
thing.
like we
It could
don't-
create
We don't
or it could
yeah,
destroy.
it creates.
It could create or
creates.
destroy.
We are creating the same nonsense every day because we keep sitting. Literally, yesterday ain't nothing we could do about it.
Nope, it's
Nothing.
gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Though that 24 hours is done. It's a done deal. We in a whole new chapter, a whole new 24 hours, but yet we still lingering on nonsense that happened yesterday. No, like we're not speaking it. We're not speaking life into this new day. And I am guilty of this and I know it, but it's like you get so wrapped up in your
Because that's
whole
your,
routine,
that's what I was just about to say.
and
It's your norm.
you forget that that's what you need to be doing. But it's like we hanging on to stuff that we don't need to be hanging on to.
You know what I want to hang on to? Let me tell you, I want to hang on to the edge of her pool in about 87-degree weather with some ground beef or what y'all call it, chop meat. We call it ground beef on this end. On with, you know, some hamburgers with some Martin potato rolls, you know, oozing with some Heinz ketchup, with some music. That's what I want to hold on to. I want better days.
I heard from a podcast that I watch, Unprovoked podcast, that
Shout out to
someone's
them.
trying to bring back them parties.
Well, look, what parties? Listen, no face, no case.
If you guys
Period.
don't know already, my house was notorious for parties that the cops pretty much always shut
I know
down.
they sick of y'all. I know they sick of y'all, that cul-de-sac.
The one day I had to go, mind you, the party was inside. It was February for my son's birthday. It was cold outside. They were inside, but it was so loud that people kept calling the cops. I went
Inside the house?
Inside. Full DJ, but inside. Cops are outside. They gave me a noise
citation?
because they came 3 times. They gave me a citation. So I go outside. The minute I go outside, they're like, "Oh, we know you," as if I'm like a criminal or something. Like, no, You guys come to my house for stupid crap.
They don't have nothing.
Go
else to
fight
do.
crime.
There's none.
Because
That's why
there
they over
is
there.
nothing that we're doing other than playing music. But our house was notorious for, like, people to this day, for some reason, still talk about the parties at our block, our court.
Yeah, the court.
The court. Inside parties, outside parties, it didn't matter. They always ended up with someone in a bathtub.
Or doing something. Someone doing something.
On a couch with a tablecloth. Like, it just, and they all ended
with memories. Let's just say the least.
memories.
To say the least.
I heard
It was
that
colorful.
they starting up again.
And I'm going to be attending everyone. You hear me? I'm going to be attending
I had to
everyone.
let Auntie know that that's what they talking about.
Let me tell you something. Auntie going to be in the building. You hear me? I'm going to have my chopped meat cheeseburger.
Auntie on July 4th had to be picked up like a child.
Well, let me tell you something. When you know.
Early too.
Let me tell you. I helped set up. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. But let me tell you something. I have a time. And you know, like I said, and we had this conversation earlier, and then I had a conversation with someone. And this is reverting back to what I said in the beginning. You could buy cars, jewelry, clothes, but you cannot
Jewelry.
You cannot pay off or delete corniness. If you corny, you just a corny person with money. With a car.
Yeah.
You can't listen, after 7 years your credit report is erased. You can't erase corny. I'm sorry. So I say all of that to say it's like the vibe is the vibe because of the people. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And it's like it's good times. Good times. So don't blame me.
So we about to get that pool started up. Care of my son. And
it's gonna be a wrap.
It's gonna be a summer.
You know, I'm gonna order me a couple of Fashion Nova bathing suits.
But we're gonna have to start
and
looking
I'm ready.
At the blessings that
seriously
we have, because we're too busy focusing on the bullshit.
But look at our social circle. Like seriously, if
we
that is not
people.
It's
just we don't got a circle. It's not even a triangle.
It's a line.
It's a line.
She made me lose. This is why I can't stand her. But she know what I mean. Like, you know, we created our own family. Mm-hmm. So look at our family members.
So I was going to take my nephew to school. I haven't taken a child to school in like, JoJo's like 6 years, right? No, 5 years, whatever. So I'm taking my nephew to school.
Listen to this.
He's the little one.
Nephew,
Today he
listen
had
to
these
this.
sunglasses on. Last week he
Polarized.
had his hair braided. Comes in my car, like we take him to school, whatever. So I'm going, and they asked me, how are you related? I'm like.
She said I was racially profiled.
I said I was just racially profiled. I said I'm her sister. I stunned them.
And look, what's the problem? We look alike.
But yeah, that is my new adventure every morning.
Yeah, that's why I said family is who you create.
And if it ain't me, it's my Dominican son.
Right, look, we family. We United Nations in this piece.
He goes, yeah, I took him to school. I was blasting the Spanish music.
He was right in his element.
You know
he
what?
had on.
We getting him to school one way or another.
One way or another, we get the job done. But yeah, friend ordered some polarized sunglasses. Nephew, let me tell you about your boy. He over his little braid face, so he got his little afro going on. Anybody know who Jacob is? Y'all already know. Jacob ordered him some polarized sunglasses that came on Amazon yesterday. He first of all, he woke up with the sunglasses on.
He went to school with the
sunglasses on.
He's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "He got sunglasses on in the house."
Mm. Let me tell you, you learn to choose your battles when you're parenting. If you want to wear sunglasses, friend, go right ahead. Don't bother me. But yeah, he's a character. He's hilarious. And Jordan is 16. I can't believe that. Permit, girlfriend, like it's y'all just keep me lifted. Keep me lifted.
So yeah, that is what we have for you today. Again, another episode of All Over the Place.
That's what we do. That's who we are.
But we're back. We will be back. I'll let you guys know how my talking about only what I want works. or if I'm gonna sit in the shit from yesterday. I'm gonna let you know how that works.
I'll let y'all know too. And in the comments, try to what word should I use? Try to support me with getting some of my recipes created, because I share. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna eat it all to myself. I will share, but I need to have it. You know what I mean? We worked on the cupcakes, but I want food.
I made her cupcakes. I bought her donut.
She tries. It's my little onion right there. You just gotta peel her. Just gotta layer.
So,
But it was good talking to you
thank
all.
you guys for tuning in,
Yes.
subscribing. I'm getting a lot of people on my live who are now coming over to subscribe. You're much appreciated.
Yes, and one of the nurses from New York Presbyterian subscribed.
She did. You see that?
Yes, I said, me and my friend got a podcast friend. She was like, what is the, just
We
let
were
us know.
literally at a food truck last week.
Oh my God, I want some more.
So
too.
we were waiting for food, and some guy comes up to us, random.
Yeah, he's like, I have a podcast.
He's like, I have a podcast.
We
I
like,
said,
we do too.
I said, we do too. And he's like, what's your podcast? I told him. I said, okay, give me yours. I'll subscribe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, thank you much for everyone who has subscribed,
Yes.
who comments on my live and let me know like what you guys like. And I know
Mm-hmm.
you're watching them because of the stuff that you're saying to me. So this is episode 14. Comment, subscribe, like, follow. I'm almost at 20K on my TikTok followers.
And I still don't know how to work TikTok.
I'm
But go ahead.
hoping to be at 20K by this weekend. So make that happen. And stay blessed. We will talk to you next
Yeah,
week.
y'all have a blessed one, all right?
Bye.